Uma coisa que eu tô curtindo fazer nesse Kazagastão é vasculhando os meus DVDs velhos. Tinha umas pastas em casa com 300 a 500 DVDs. Tô achando cada coisa bacana e justamente o Arquivo Vivo serve para isto. Uma das que eu achei outro dia, sem querer. Slash. Falei, nossa, lembrei do Slash. Entrevistei ele 2 vezes na minha carreira. Uma, ele veio com os Guns N' Roses. Talvez por influência do Axl, ele tava meio chatinho, cheio de frescura, não foi tão gente boa assim. Na outra ele veio ao lado do Gilby Clarke, guitarrista que também tocou no Guns N' Roses. Ele estava gente finíssima, falou de tudo quanto é assunto. Perguntei, Slash, se importa de falar de Guns N' Roses? Ele, não, posso falar do que eu quiser. Tava numa boa. Eu acho que essa merece uma menção honrosa aqui no Kazagastão. Arquivo Vivo com ele mesmo, Mr. Slash.
What about, how did you meet each other? Like, you two I know, but the rest of the guys, did you meet any kind of tests? You listen to some tapes and to choose the other
Eric,
guys? Or?
Yeah.
Only Eric?
Brian and James were, well, Brian was recommended.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and then he brought James with
along.
him.
And then, you know, Gilby and I have known each other, and the situation with Eric was his drummer, or from his old band, gave us a tape of Eric singing, and so I liked his voice, and he liked his voice, and so we said, well, sing to this particular song, which turned out to be Beggars and Hangers On, and we just went, it's cool.
He made the lyric like overnight. Is it true?
Oh, yeah.
In one night.
Oh, Eric was put on the spot. I mean,
you should see him. Yeah, you should see him now. It's like we're amazed because he sings his ass off every night.
He sings so hard.
And he was the guitar player of Jellyfish,
exactly.
Was it the first experience like singing for him? Or?
Well, he's in Jellyfish. It's like you have to be a lead singer just to be a background singer, you know. But he, by nature, is a guitar player, and this is the first time he's ever been like a front person, and he's taking advantage of it. He's having the greatest time with it.
It's cool. What about you? Like, you never thought about singing in the band? Did you?
I don't have the personality for it. No, he sings.
I did take some lessons. I know that. Some vocal lessons.
Yeah, I took some lessons just because, you know, at the time it was for discipline, just to do it. But I didn't really have. I mean, when we talked about me singing, probably lasted about a quarter of a second. Okay, I don't like to be stuck to a microphone, for one. And I can sing, but, you know, depending on how I feel that particular moment, I could sing one way or the other way, and then I'll blow my voice out. In other words, I'm not a survivor as a vocalist.
What about you, Gilby?
Well, I mean, I sing with my stuff when I do my solo record and things, and on stage. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't consider myself a lead singer. I'm just a guitar player that can sing. And it used to start just out of necessity because I hated dealing with lead singers. So I just go, I'm going to learn how to sing, you know?
Yeah. And the other thing is, like, if I was to sing, it would be pretty much, like, very aggressive. And I would get bored with it. And I'd start walking around playing my guitar and forget that I had to do vocals. You know, I just didn't need the pressure. And one of the reasons on top of that is the fact that Eric is a frontman for a band. All right, so in other words, I don't need to sing at all because we have a band.
Somewhere too. That you said that you are kind of link of Guns N' Roses, like the glue. Is it true? Like you keep the band together?
Well, for me, no. I don't want to use put a label on it. With Guns N' Roses, I'm just always there. You know, take care of it. This is the first time I've never not been there. You know, but I still call, make sure everything's okay. Still take care of business. But when the band is on the road, you know, when Guns N' Roses is on the road, you know, there's Duff, who, you know, we have all our different little gigs where we take care of, if something needs to be taken care of, we take care of it. And then Axl sort of just does Axl, just does his thing, whatever. But the band is always together, you know. So like with last tour, like Duff, Gilby, Matt, myself, Dizzy, we always hang together real close and we know what's going on. Whereas Axl's on a different thing, you know?
What happened? Like,
it's always been like that.
Too serious?
Since. Ever since.
Axl takes too serious the band, or?
No, he's always been like that. It's hard to, you'd have to have been through this many years of dealing with Axl to understand what I'm saying, you know? In other words, he sings and he relies on the band to be there. So we take care of the band, make sure the band is functional. When Axl walks off stage or does whatever, we keep jamming. You know?
Small gigs, or what do you prefer? Like
The
or facing that
occasional, no, see, that's the
huge-
thing. The occasional stadium where you go in and you do the big show. On occasion, it's okay. But for the most part, I'd like to think that you spend most of your time playing where you can be really close to the people you're playing for. So with Guns N' Roses, the tour that we did together for 2.5 years, nothing but stadiums, that gets old. It's like, it's okay, but I mean, the people that really want to see you are way the fuck back there. So in this instance, we can play a stadium here and there, and for the most part, we concentrate on just doing clubs. And then you really have a good fucking feeling of who you're playing to. And the reciprocation between the band and the audience is so tight that everybody becomes one. And I think that's what rock and roll is, you know?
Have you ever thought about making like a gig with Guns N' Roses using other name and that kind of?
I tried. Axl wouldn't do it, so that
No,
was
he
that.
doesn't want to do it.
That's why Snakepit's such a great outlet, because there was no future for Guns N' Roses, for, you know, on my behalf, to go and play in theaters or in small gigs.
Not at all.
Yeah, Axl was adamantly opposed to it. So this is when this band came together. It just happened out of nowhere. It was like just materialized, and it was great. 'Cause it's like, yeah, let's go back and do these, you know. And so I'm happy, and I'll go back and deal with Guns N' Roses.
And playing with other people, like you
Playing
played
with
with
other people
Iggy
is
Pop,
something else.
Michael Jackson, Lenny Kravitz. Do you like playing?
You know, have you ever mentions Motorhead or Carole King or, you know?
Motorhead?
Yeah. It's just working with other people.
But
You know? Being very humble, just going in, you know, you hang out one night, you have a couple beers, and you go, I'm doing a record. I said, can I play on it? And
you
so
ask
we
to
go.
play, or
Sometimes, yeah.
sometimes you ask?
Yeah, and then they say, oh yeah, well, there's this one song in particular. Like I played on Gilby's record, when Eric does his solo record, and I'm going to play on that, you know, if he'll have me, you know. Same with Gilby.
He's gonna sit at the door going, "Hey, can I come in now?"
I just like playing, and then it makes you sort of you learn to work with different people in an environment that's theirs. It's not yours, it's theirs, and it's cool because you get a lot of experience. And then at the end of the day, you can walk into any recording studio and work, and be able to adapt to the situation, whatever this, you know, the environment might be like. As opposed to if I only worked with Guns N' Roses, then if I walked into a studio and it wasn't, say, Axl and Duff and Izzy, Matt, Steve, or, you know, I wouldn't know what to do. So you go out and you take your chances and you just play with different people.